Welcome to the set of the CNN presidential debate. We want to give our viewers a sense of the rules of the debate so that when they watch it, they can understand how President Biden and President Trump will be engaging with each other. Just after 9 p.m. Eastern, President Biden will enter from the right side of your screen. President Trump will enter from the left side of your screen. The podiums are 8 feet apart. Directly across from them, the moderators, CNN's Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. Now, a reminder, this is a television studio. There's no audience. Candidates will have 2 minutes to answer questions and 1 minute for responses and rebuttals.
Isn't it weird that there's no audience? There's no audience. He just said this is a TV studio. This is like unprecedented stuff. And it's only because Trump is it going to be in the debate and they feel like he's boisterous and he's going to talk over and they have to do this to handle him. It's very weird and authoritarian, and it's definitely some funny business. I mean, we're going to see here.
At the moderator's discretion, there may be an additional minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. So how does a candidate know how much time is left to speak? Attached to the cameras in the studio and in the candidate's field of view are the timing lights. When the lights show yellow, there are 15 seconds left in a candidate's answer or response. When the lights flash red, there are 5 seconds left. And when the display is solid red, the time is up. At that point, the candidate's microphone will be turned off.
And you have to shut up. It's so weird. It's just so childish. It's like, that's to make sure that they know. That's to make sure that you know that they know when they have to shut up. So Trump, when the lights are blinking, that's going to be more for you, so that you see that and go, oh, he better shut up now. He's not going to oh, he's not shutting up. And then you get mad at Trump or whatever because he's trying to talk. It's ridiculous.
And the other candidate will have their microphone turned on. My colleague, Victor Blackwell, has more on that.
Thank you.
And he has to talk. This is the thing. He has to talk to write the lies that Biden's going to be, saying at him. Apparently, the first question of the debate is going to be who won the 2020 election. So, so Trump should just say, "Well, I'll answer that, but what about the Hunter Biden laptop? Are you going to admit that that's real?"
Thank you, Phil. If we go behind the podiums, you can see 2 green lights. When they're on, they signal to the candidate his microphone is on. When the green lights are off, they signal to the candidate his microphone is off. Now I want to give you a sense of what it will look like for viewers at home if a candidate whose microphone is off interrupts a candidate whose microphone is on. So I'm standing at one podium, and I'll ask Phil to come in and take the other podium. And so let's say I'm answering a question. My light is green, and I'm speaking. Phil's microphone is off, and his green lights are not illuminated. He's going to interrupt me as I'm speaking, and this is what it will sound like. My volume remains constant, while Phil's interruption can be difficult to understand.
Difficult to understand. I think it's actively being suppressed. They said, what is it, 8 feet? They're 8 feet apart? Why isn't his voice picking up on the mic a little bit? Or why isn't it you're just able to be heard more? You can't hear him at all. If he's talking, you can't hear him at all. If he's quiet, he doesn't say anything, you could kind of make out what he's saying. But it sounds like active noise suppression or like high thresholds on the mic or something, because it's not that far from the cameras either, and you can't hear him.
Let's try the opposite. My microphone is now on. Victor's microphone is off, and he's going to interrupt me. My volume remains constant, while Victor's interruption,
This guy's so annoying,
can be difficult to understand. We should note, by agreeing to participate in this debate, both campaigns and candidates have also agreed to abide by these rules.
He's like Biden. He can't not read off a teleprompter. He has to read this off a teleprompter.
The CNN presidential debate airs live
can see
at
his
9
eyes.
p.m. Eastern.
Well, 9 p.m. I mean, I guess that's typically how late they do it, but it's just weird that it's so late. But yeah, I guess you got to do for the East Coast, and I guess probably the whole world. This is going to be one of the biggest, without question, watched debate in history, if not the biggest. And that's why CNN did this to begin with. They didn't want to accept Trump. They didn't want to accept anything because it would have made Biden look bad. It's going to make Biden look bad no matter what. But they knew, we shouldn't do debates. But then when they knew they could get all these views and change the rules up, and you kind of had Trump in a bind, he had to agree to it. But I'm kind of glad that he did. I think it's, they say that debates don't really change anything. I don't think it probably will do much. But at the same time, there's so much funny business going on that we may see some differences in the polls afterwards. And I hope that's not the case, because the whole point is that the reason that he's going to need to talk after the time has elapsed, because 2 minutes is short. They're being very strict about it, and he's going to lie. He's going to have so many lies being thrown his way by Biden and by the other two. It's really a debate, Trump versus Biden and Dana Bash and Fake Tapper. It's a 3v1. So I don't know. It's very weird that there's not going to be anybody there. I heard that Vivek and like Hannity were going to be there, but I guess they're not going to be in the crowd because there's no crowd. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where they're going to be. Maybe they're just kind of there in a different room. I don't know. That's strange. But regardless, with that being this way, no one in the room except Trump except for the people in the room, would know if they changed anything. And even still, Trump wouldn't know afterwards until he watched the whole thing back to say, hey, wait a sec, that didn't happen. And it might be something really subtle where he doesn't even notice. But also the other thing is, I think Kimberly Guilfoyle was on the Wilcow Majority yesterday, and she was talking about how she's in the news business. She's been in forever, and she said that the delay timing that they're using on this is like unheard of. It's like or absurd and unprecedented. It's one of the it's very long compared to what they typically do, because they always do a little delay just in case somebody drops some F-bombs or whatever and they have to dump. But like, she's saying that this is a weird, really long delay. So there's some funny business that can happen. I mean, you can live edit nowadays. The way that things are, there can be some, and then there can be a couple little different things that happen that just kind of change the way things are, and then you would never know. But the other thing is, Biden's going to be definitely hopped up on goofballs. We all know that. That's why Trump is asking him to take a drug test, which why not? Why don't they? If they have nothing to be afraid of. So, but we know he's going to be all hopped up like he was on that, he's two different people when he's just kind of caught in the wild, or if he's doing a big speech like a State of the Union, or like that infamous January 6th, Third Reich red demon glow speech that he did. He was like angry and robotic. It was weird. So we know he's gonna be hopped up. I was saying that, and then I saw some other people say it after I was thinking of it a couple days ago, that he should just show up late and just let that stuff wear off, and then we'll see like the real fumbly bumbly. But I think we'll see that either way, and they would just nonstop, endlessly berate and hate on Trump if he did that. Oh, he can't show up on time and all this stuff. We would never hear the end of it. We're still not going to hear the end of whatever the hell happens tonight. But yeah, I mean, without question, Trump, like, he's almost the same age. He's way more spry, knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing, and he's actually involved and knows just what's going on, and Biden just has no idea. So yeah, either way, I think Biden will look stupid. Either way, they'll talk trash about Trump afterwards. But hopefully the average person who is kind of like, I haven't seen Trump in forever because they don't show him on TV, maybe this will do something for them. But the other thing I was thinking, somebody brought this up, and I thought this was brilliant. He should bring a little digital clock out and put it right on the podium, like hook it to because it's got a slant, I see. Hook it to the end of the podium, and just let the time kind of show, and just in case anything happens, you can say, hey, wait a second, that the time's off. What happened? They put it with the seconds too, showing, so that or maybe because they're probably change angles with the cameras and stuff, maybe put it like a little lapel, like a little digital lapel that shows the time with the seconds, or put it as high as you can, so that if any funny business happens, And I mean, what are they going to do about a little pin or a little digital clock? What are they going to complain about that? I'd love to see that. Well, anyway, either way, it's going to be insanely entertaining. I'm gonna be live fact checking, of course, with all the lies that happens. There's gonna be so many, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be one of the biggest debates ever. CNN's gonna get all their viewage, but yeah, I'm gonna be having the popcorn out. We'll see that. Let's let's have fun with that. So yeah, and just remember, just because you don't take an interest in the government doesn't mean the government won't take an interest in you. We'll see you next time.